This is Tim Bryce with my column entitled, Craftsmanship is a State of Mind. I've been writing on the virtues of craftsmanship for many years now. I've also given presentations on the subject and discussed it at length with different types of companies. Surprisingly, I find few people truly understand the concept. Perhaps the biggest misconception is that it is reserved for certain types of work effort. Some believe craftsmen are limited to furniture makers, machinists, or watchmakers. And no, we are most certainly not talking about a line of tools from Sears. People seem surprised when I explain it is a universal concept applicable to any job. My message is simple. Craftsmanship is a state of mind. Years ago, Arnold Toynbee, the legendary historian and economist from the United Kingdom, made the observation, quote, "The supreme accomplishment is to blur the line between work and play," end quote. Whereas some people like to separate their personal and professional lives, Toynbee rightfully makes the point there is physically only one person, and their personal and professional lives should be viewed as one and the same. Craftsmanship is based on three rather simple principles. First, in order to build self-esteem and give an individual a sense of purpose, we need to acknowledge man must lead a worthy life. This means people should be given meaningful work to perform, thereby creating the desire to master one's craft. However, not everyone can be a woodworker, machinist, or watchmaker. Instead, they must find meaning in their chosen profession, which leads to our next principle. Number two, there is dignity in all forms of work. We should never look down our noses at anyone's profession, assuming they are doing it competently and professionally. Regardless of the task, it is always a pleasure to be among people who know what they are doing and perform it seemingly with little effort and a sense of class. In contrast, there are also workers who are apathetic, put forth minimal effort, and only watch the clock as opposed to the work product they are assigned to. Personally, it is difficult to respect such people. And third, a simple recognition there are right and wrong ways for performing tasks. It takes discipline not to skip corners and put the work product in jeopardy. Understanding the differences between right and wrong is more than just training and experience. It also represents the morality of the worker. One reason craftsmanship is in decline is because of the eroding moral values of the country, such as the inclination to cheat. These principles highlight the fact that craftsmanship is universally applicable. We can find it in any industry and any type of work, be it janitors, waitresses, programmers, managers, assembly line workers, hairdressers, teachers, engineers, athletes, musicians, the medical community, you name it. Craftsmanship is a state of mind. Think about it. Who has impressed you not only by the job they did, but how they went about doing it? Inevitably, it is someone you respect, someone you will gladly give a reference to, and someone you would like to emulate. Craftsmanship requires more than just talent. It is a determination to be the best someone can be. Not surprising, there is a close relationship between craftsmen and the products they produce. Expressions such as, "I built that," or "that was mine," denote the pride they take in their work. Conversely, when someone makes a compliment about a product or service, the craftsman takes it as a personal compliment. The bond between craftsman and work product is so strong, the worker sees the product as tangible proof of their quality of work. Years ago, people learned their craft through apprenticeship programs. Ben Franklin learned to be a printer at his older brother's print shop. Likewise, young men learned a variety of crafts through such programs. Over the years, though, we have drifted away from apprenticeships. Today, we rely on certification programs and college degrees. But this does not necessarily make someone a craftsman. It only denotes the student has learned something and passed tests and exams. Rarely does it give us insight into the person's mastery of a craft, which cannot normally be evaluated until it is put into practice and studied over time. In terms of skills, the craftsman must master several things. First, the resources used in the product. For example, a woodworker will know the differences between types of wood, their strengths and weaknesses, their suitability for the product, and how to work with it. Likewise, a machinist will understand the nature of the different metals he must use in his work. Next, the craftsman must master the methodologies to produce the product, representing the steps or processes of the project. And finally, the tools and techniques to be used in the development of the product, all of which may change over time. This means the craftsman is a student of his profession and possesses a sense of history to his craft. Craftsmanship is something we have taken for granted for many years. Consequently, it has been fading from view. Interestingly, when I teach these concepts to students and business professionals, they are usually surprised by the simplicity of the concepts involved. I warn them, though, that craftsmanship requires a personality which includes such things as discipline, an intuitive mind, pride in workmanship, a willingness to be the best in your chosen profession, and some good old-fashioned morality. Craftsmanship is not for everybody, but we should celebrate those willing to lead such an existence, for they are the people who create the products we admire and cherish. If you want a presentation on craftsmanship, please do not hesitate to contact me. Friends, keep the faith. This is Tim Bryce in Palm Harbor, Florida. Follow me on the internet at timbryce.com.